Ladies and gentlemen, one of the primary ministries we have here at Messiah for the last 10 years has been our Christian school. And it's become a real treasure for us, not only because it is a Christian school, but also because it is appealing to our community and has much more ability to be appealing and potential to be appealing because of our classical school. One of the people who came here about 10 years ago looking for classical school joined us in the very beginning, the Allensworth family. Wayne also had some background in teaching and understands classical education. And I would like for him to share with us what the benefits of classical education are and why we can be such a blessing in presenting classical education. Wayne Allensworth.
Thank you, Pastor. I was asked to say a few words about classical education today, but more specifically, classical Christian education. Because the kind of education that we're talking about takes the best of our Western classical heritage as informed by the Christian faith. If you believe that the purpose of education is to transmit a heritage and form the character of the students, then I think you'll agree that this is the best approach. It's a kind of education that has a specific methodology and a particular content. We take these kids, give them what they need to know. We give them something to think with and something to think about in the three phases of classical education: the grammar phase, logic, and the rhetoric stages. A word about the content. I was trying to think of a short way, a few words to sum up the content of a school like this. And I can say it in words that I think that come from our past, when this civilization was known as Christendom. We're teaching these kids about the good, the true, and the beautiful. It doesn't mean your kids are going to come home every day and listen to Mozart, but I think these kids are going to be equipped to make distinctions of quality in art, books, music. They'll be able to distinguish between those things that are worthy and trash that only diminishes them. We talk a lot about liberal arts in this kind of education. What do we mean by that? We mean that we're trying to raise up educated people to live in liberty. People who can be responsible citizens in a republic. But there's something else. We're trying to equip these children to have a fuller life, to have a deeper understanding of the reality around them. Now, there was a question that comes up a lot in these kind of discussions. It's about vocation. Most people today believe that education is about vocational training. But I think that a lot of thoughtful people, when they take a look at a school like this, will agree with me that the kids who come out of here are going to be well equipped to deal with the wider world out there. Now, I was talking a little bit earlier about these kids having a deeper understanding of the reality around them, and I was thinking of trying how to put that shortly. And as often the case, poetry does it best. And I found this poem, and I'd like to read a few lines of it for you. To see a world in a grain of sand and heaven in a wildflower. To hold infinity in the palm of your hand and eternity in a single hour. They say that the way to love something is to know that you can lose it. And hopefully what comes out of schools like Messiah is the next generation of people who will carry on this great heritage, teach their kids maybe they'll be teachers. But that's our greatest hope. Thanks.
Thank you, Wayne, and thank you for sending your children to us here at Messiah. And more information is available on classical education at www.mlcatexas.org.